You know how you avoid trading in the afternoon? Sleep. I just slept from 12:30 to 3:33. Well, I didn't just get up a second ago, but little earache, little throat. I think I got something wrong with me, which kind of helped. So since Monday, I haven't had a losing trade. Let that sink in. So let me explain one more time what Monday was all about. Monday, I wasn't taking VWAP reversal trades. Monday, I was increasing my size from 500 shares to 5,000 on stocks that I had no business trading. I was trading the afternoon, increasing size. Basically, anything you could do wrong in the world of day trading, I did it that day and I paid for it. And then I came back the next day, 3 earnings reversals worked. Yesterday, 2 earnings reversals worked. And today is now the greatest day in the history of my website. 39 out of 39, every earnings reversal worked. And not only did they work on the way up, but then they worked on the way down. Who would think that a stock like ANF, Abercrombie and Fitch, would be the monster of the day? You figured it would be Nvidia, which it was at one point, but ANF was even better because cheap and good is better than expensive and good. Like drug right now, DRUG. This stock, Bright Minds Bioscience, has paid us 30% about 20 times in the last couple of days. Just trading it, not owning it. And most of the time it usually ends at the end of the day, it ends up down. Here it is again that we're back in it, and here it is at $3 again. So this stock, the saying is, if it doesn't want to die, it's a buy. And here it is again. I mean, this is a stock we just bought at 275 and now it's at $3. You buy yourself 2,000 shares. And again, this is not what I like doing in the afternoon, but it's a VWAP break. CRM, Dollar Tree. I'm in CRM right now, right? CRM trying to go past the 172 finally. We're in from 167.50. Now it's at 172. The Qs, Nvidia. We had Dollar Tree, Tilray, MJ for 100% gain on options, Tilray for a 200% gain on options. We had Tilray, MJ, we had VACC, we have the drug, even Peloton on the long side, then the short, Splunk long, Mob, MOB long, some weird IPO that we caught, reversing off VWAP. Obviously, ANF was the highlight of the day. ANF from 1675 to close to 18 and change, then to short it back to 17. This is what I'm talking about. So what I want to do is clarify. So I saw your comments. I appreciate your comments. I appreciate everything that you guys ever write to me. And I appreciate the idea that you're trying to figure out what I did. I know exactly what I did wrong. It wasn't the market. It wasn't that my VWAP trades weren't working anymore. I wasn't working. I became a degenerate psychopath with no rules, just pressing buttons. I became the idiot trader that I've tried to hire who knows that the VWAP trades work, but went and tried everything else. I was that person. So basically, whatever possesses every person that I've ever allowed to trade my account happened to me. So I know it happens, but I'm allowed to do it. It's my money. If I'm hiring you to do it, trading the reversals for me, and then you go and do something stupid like I did on Monday, then we have a problem. So what should be abundantly clear now is don't do what I did on Monday. That's all I'm asking. If you came in today, right? If you were at my side today, you would have made your month's pay, maybe even your half a year's pay. That's how big today was. That is how huge today was. Today was that day. Today was that day where you couldn't lose. And I'm not joking. You couldn't lose trading VWAP today around stocks that broke VWAP. You couldn't lose. You could not lose. So, about my experiment, we'll talk more about it today. All I want is a buffer. I want $1,000 buffer. All right? Because it's not like I'm just here are the keys to the castle, go to work. You got to be trained. You got to hang with me. You got to understand what we're doing. You got to give it at least 3 months. I want to sit with you for 3 months. Watch the differences between earnings season and non-earning season. Watch the differences between the hours of the day. Watch what I do. Learn what I do. And then put up a measly $1,000 as a buffer. The $1,000 is the shot collar. You put up $1,000, then I know at least that's your money that you might do something stupid with. And I'll give you the rest. You put up $1,000, I'll give you $99,000 to play with on top of that. And then I'll give you 20% just for pushing buttons. But if you ever, see, the thing is, the difference here is if you have a Monday like I had, Milt will be coming for you. No joke. So I got to tell you something. You know what my favorite trade of the day was? Obviously, A&F. Drug was fun. It was Tilray. $4 calls. Because it's so easy. It really is. I mean, Kramer said stay away from the wheat sector, and that finally put a bottom in. After 3.5 years of it going down, he's like, nah, you don't want to touch these stocks. And now they've actually woken up for about the last 2 weeks. And all you need is them to wake up a little bit. And you get yourself these Tilray trade. Oh, man. I mean, the $4 calls. I mean, I know it's not some monster trade, but they were a nickel. What are you risking? I'll tell you what you're risking. A nickel. So if you bought yourself 100 calls, you just quadrupled your money. And the fun part is now we got, well, you can't do it right now, but they were selling the 550 calls for a penny. So I started to sell some. I bought the 450s for 2, and I sold the 550s for 1. So get this, kids. Not that I think Tilray's going to 550 tomorrow, but I'm risking a penny, risking $100 to make $10,000. Think about it. I got 100 450s for 2 cents, and I sold the 550s for 1 cent. You get it? I got 100 options for a cost average of 1 penny. But if they go to 550 for some reason, I make 10 grand on $100. Who cares if it doesn't work? It's like betting on the freaking Yankees or the whatever. Just throw $100 out there. I just made $100 sitting here on CRM. Here you go. CRM. There you go. It's about time. Listen, I don't know if the market's ever going to go down again. I don't think it's going to hit all-time highs this year, but who cares? Today was the day where you have to start saying we might now be in a bull market, and that last pullback, this last pullback that we just had is a pullback in a bull market. I think we've switched. There goes your drug. There goes NVIDIA. And there goes CRM. This is the easiest money I've ever seen. This is the easiest money ever. This is it. And this is bullish market. This is bullish. Every pullback is being bought. There's no denying it. This is not an opinion. See, there's a difference between I'm speculating or my opinion. I'm looking right at it. Every pullback's being bought. Every pullback is being bought. Every dip is being bought. Whereas The last 18 months, it was mostly selling the rips. I don't have any opinion of the student loans because I still don't understand it. But what I want to know is, can I go to school for free now? Should I take the loan out for my son even though I don't need it? Is it free money? It's not that cut and dry, right? They're not just handing out more money, right? I think if you owe a percent, I don't know. I don't care. I'm not reading about it. I don't pay any attention to any of that anymore. I don't I don't I don't I don't care because it doesn't even affect me anymore. And somebody will say, but it does affect you with the taxes. Yeah, right. Okay. Everything affects you, right? Doesn't affect me. Doesn't change my life one bit. So, you know, anytime anybody says something about the government wasting money, no kidding. No kidding. Do you know about the 3 ships they built? The 3 Navy ships that they spent $57 billion on? No, sorry, more than that. Nobody talks about that. The Navy built 3 ships. They were called stealth battleships in the water, not the sky. They were building stealth ships. And it was a fail. They don't work. Nobody talks about that. Nobody talks about sending all of our troops into Afghanistan for 30 years. That was a kind of a waste of money, right? It wasn't just because of the pullout. The whole 30 years of it or 20 years of it was a waste. The Iraqi war was a waste. So that's why I don't complain about anything. It doesn't matter. And then again, not only does it not matter, but no matter what you read, it's probably inaccurate because there's no truth anymore. Nothing is real. You never know the real story. The only thing you could do is go to the bottom line. How does it affect me? And it doesn't. And I don't care. You know what affects me? White supremacists running rampant through this country. That affects me. And that's what I'm pissed off about. That they have a voice in this country where we knew there was racism. We know this country was born on hate and racism and slavery and death and killing. If you don't know that, welcome to America. That's who we are. But we were trying to be good. We were trying to bottle that up and we were trying to stop the hate. But there was a guy who made everybody hate everybody again. And that's why I don't like anybody now. And that's where I'm at. So I stay here in the nucleus of the world because the stock market has zero idea of what the hell's going on. That's what's good about it. I trade and I go to sleep and then I go back to the computer and I don't know about anything else right now. And I don't want to know. I want to make money, buy guns, smoke weed, and have as much fun as I can until the whole shithouse goes up in the flames or I die. I thank God every day that I'm awake and I'm not in pain and I could breathe. And when I turn the water on, the water comes out of the pipe. And when I flush the toilet, it actually spirals downward. And that's what I'm happy about. The electricity's on. We could do what we do. We should be thanking whoever you thank for every day that you're able to do this. And that's it. Because when I go on Twitter and I put on the news, all I want to do is hurt people. And I'm not a violent person. But when I see the ignorant and the stupid and these racist cocksuckers who are basically getting a voice in this country now like never before, it enrages me. And I think I should start an army of the just, an army of the sane. And that's where I'm at. But NVIDIA don't care. Qs don't care. Qs don't care. Drug don't care. Woo! By the way, come out tonight. I'm going to show some guns tonight. I'm going to show some real guns. You ever see my folding gun? You see this? Everybody should have this gun. it folds. It's basically a Glock turned into a rifle that you could fold up and put into a knapsack. It's a 9mm pistol turned into a rifle, and it's fan-freaking-tastic. You guys know what a bug-out bag is, right? My bug-out bag's got a bug-out bag. Oh, I'm ready for the shithouse to go up in the flames, but I got to make some money. Speaking of bullets, you know, you could finally buy 1,000 rounds of 9mm under $300 finally. So there's that. Market's never going down ever again. You're there from Florida, Florida boy. Keltec, down in Florida. Keltec. They make the most fun weaponry ever. 36-shot shotgun, or what is it? 24. They hold 24 rounds in this thing they built. It's ridiculous. But email me. My email is thewarlock@hitthebid.com. I'll send you a link to get in. But yeah, I got to take the guns out. Guns out, buns out. Come on, CRM. We need 175 by the end of the day. Ain't going to happen. Only 11 minutes left. Oh, wait, today's not Friday. We got till tomorrow. 175 lotto play on CRM. Woo! For 45, they're only up to 300%. The 175s for 40 cents, baby. The Warlock at hitthebid.com. Ooh, baby. Now the question is, do I sell the CRM 175 calls? Oh, that's not even a question. I've sold enough. Do I sell them or hold 2 contracts overnight? Should I roll the dice on my $60 bet? Of course I am, because CRM is going to be up 2 more points tomorrow, and these are going to be worth $2 or maybe $2.50. Nvidia, Qs. I love this market. I still don't think we're going higher. Oh, wait, let me refresh that statement. I will say there's no freaking way in hell that the market hits all-time highs this year. And as bullish as I feel, there's still no way we're hitting all-time highs. No freaking way. But who cares? You give me a week, you give me 3 days like that, these last 3 days, you could keep the market right here for the rest of our lives. You give me stocks that are gapped down that rally and stocks that are gapped up that fail. But as far as the overall market, first of all, who cares? Nobody has any clue. I don't have any clue what we're going to do. But I would still say there's zero chance, right? Zero chance that this market goes to all-time highs this year. Zero. I already put my reputation on the line. I said if Nvidia doesn't hit 175 today, I was going to quit the business. And that was at 170. All right. It's not like it was at 174 and a quarter when I said that. I said today, once Nvidia got over 170, I was like, there's no way this thing hasn't hit 175. It got to 178, 79. Wow. Well, let me tell you something else before I go. The market is still trying to kill you and take all your money. Look what these last IPOs they brought out. It's a Malaysian Hitler. Yes. Do you know about Malaysian Hitler? Yes, Malaysian Hitler. There is a company out of Malaysia. First of all, that's all you need to not want to buy it, right? You know it's a scam. STBX. They even named the company to sound like another company. The name of the company is Starbucks. Really? I used to work for a company called A.S. Goldman. A.S. Goldman? A.S. Goldman? Skolman? A.S. Goldman. When we'd get on the phone, we would say Skolman. Kenny Glick from Skolman. So they would hear from Goldman. It was A.S. Goldman. Same thing. Starbucks? No, Starbucks. Oh, not Netflix, Netflix. Uh-huh. Out of Malaysia, huh? Stock went from 20 to 46. It's at $7 now, and it'll be at zero in 3 days. And then they brought this one out today. They brought Mob out. Mob. How do you not give Mob a shot, right? And look, it held VWAP and rallied. But this stock will probably be at 12 cents in the next couple of days. But right now, it's the Qs, CRM, NVIDIA. I mean, seriously, we're holding overnights, man. That's how bullish I am. Drug. Yeah, drug, baby. Not holding that overnight. Why would you? It's probably going to be $1.25 3 days from now. We'll buy it again and then watch it go back to 3 and then 5 and then back to 2. That one's, yeah. I mean, the symbol just calling to me. Drug. What's the name of the company? Mindfuck. Something like that, right? Bright Minds Bioscience. Yeah. So NVIDIA be at 180 tomorrow. The Qs will be up another 4. You know, it's going to be another one of these days. But more importantly, what's going to happen is MJ. M freaking J until freaking Ray. These are now every penny that MJ goes up is closer to another 100% on your options. The MJ6s wound up, you got them at 10 cents, even at 15, but more importantly, till freaking Ray. Yeah. Risking a penny to make 10 large tomorrow. By the way, if Tilray is for some reason at 550 tomorrow, call me. We're partying. My house. Damn, people. Wow. Man, I slept for 3 hours. It's crazy. So let's put it in perspective. Since Monday, I've done about 56 trades, 3 losses. You know why? Every single trade I took had something to do with earnings. And the only losses I took were Bed Bath & Beyond when it didn't break over the VWAP at one point in I think it might have been yesterday or Tuesday afternoon. And the only other trade that didn't work was JWN. It never got back over the VWAP. And that was it. Those are the 2 losses. And it wasn't even a bad trade because if you bought it, it was 1880. VWAP was 1905. And then it went to 1906. And then it went right back down to 1880. It really wasn't that big of a deal. We lost 20 cents. But doesn't matter with NVIDIA. 180 on NVIDIA. I'll figure, listen, if NVIDIA, all I wanted to see was NVIDIA hold the day. And it's closing at highs. Bull market. CRM. All I wanted to do was close above VWAP. New highs. Bull market. We're never going down. Ever. We're never going down ever again until we do. So today was another pivot point, another eye-opening moment where now the market, which went from we can't go up, every time we go up, we sell off. Now we can't go down. And it's not my opinion. It's a fact. The market cannot go down right now. It's been trying for a week, and all it did was go up. So unless you're blind, and again, I know you are, not you personally, but if you're watching this video, if you haven't seen society right now, you can show somebody something, point at it, define it. It is what it is, and people will say, no, it's not. That's society that we live in right now. Complete and utter denial, or just complete and absolute, what's the word? Delusion. So that's the society we live in right now. So it doesn't matter what I say or do. The only way that you can really appreciate what I'm saying right now is put these trades on and make the money. Because we live in demented times right now. Social media has been the ruin of society. I will say it and I will continue to say it. And I am not a fan. And if the electricity went off one day, sure, I'd miss all you guys, but I'd be able to survive. I think the world would crumble in 4 days. Every person that's never been without the internet would probably just spontaneously combust. CRM just tacked on an extra 3 points while we're sitting here. That's $900 as I'm sitting here just leisurely having this cup of coffee. CRM 74, 179.50 on CRM 174, Nvidia 174, CRM. You know what bull market? You know what happens in the bull market? Stocks rally into the close. Did we just rally into the close, or am I hallucinating? Did we just rally into the close? Hey y'all, sorry, I thought I had the microphone on this whole time. I'm doing a video on YouTube talking about the differences between bull markets and bear markets. You know what doesn't happen in a bear market? Rallying into close. Stocks going green on bad earnings reports. That doesn't really happen too often in bear markets. You know what else doesn't happen in bear markets? You know what doesn't happen in bear markets? Stock go up. And if you haven't noticed, what's gone on in the market since the Josh Brown bottom on June 17th is that now pullbacks are being welcomed and bought, and we're rallying off them. Whereas for the last almost a year, every time we rallied, we'd have a bigger and stronger move back to the downside. So instead of buying the dip, which disappeared, we were selling the rip. And that's now gone. Now the buying the dip is back. And how do I know that's happening? Rallying into closes, stocks breaking highs at the end of the day, breaking VWAP at the end of the day, and bang, bang, bang. So this market, whether it's a bull market or bear market, it really doesn't matter. It's still officially the greatest market I have ever seen in my life to trade. And if you can't comprehend that this stock was a new buy at 167.50 and your target was 172.20 on CRM, then there's nothing I could say to convince you. And by the way, we were just talking about how there is no truth left. Because I could have something in my hand, define it. I could have scientists pointing at it. Here, this is a bone. I know it's a bone. I know where it came from. It's a bone. I've tested it scientifically. This is a bone. And I will have two people say, I agree. That is definitely a bone. I agree. Two people say, well, I'm not too sure. And then two people will say, fuck you, you asshole. That's not a bone, you scumbag. Who the fuck are you talking to? Not only is that not a bone, but you're a racist, and I'm coming to kill you if you think that's a bone. And that's society. So some people will be sane and understand and live in reality. Some people will be on the fringe. Oh, I'm going to question everything. I'm not too sure. And then some people will just live in delusion and denial. And in my opinion, those people need to be killed. But that's another day for another story. That's more for tonight. But this is the greatest market. Unless you're delusional, right? Unless you're delusional, right? Unless you're delusional. And that's not even the strong enough word. What's stronger than, like, what's beyond delusional? Psychotic, I guess, is the next one. Delusional, and then you're psychotic. Unless you're psychotic, you're looking at this market thinking, oh man, this is just terrible. This is awful. Wow. I mean, What are you looking at? If you're looking at this market and not appreciating how amazing it is, you must be delusional or psychotic, because it's blatant. This is not an opinion of mine, my friends. This is fact. But again, now that we live in a society that there are no facts, right? I get where you're coming from. But I'll tell you one thing. If you woke up this morning with me, the first thing I said, oh, I hope NVIDIA is down so I can buy it. That's exactly how I woke up today. Oh, man, I hope it's down so I can buy it. Oh, I hope I get a chance to buy CRM. So back to this whole thing. Join me tonight. Send me an email, thewarlock@hitthebid.com. Thewarlock@hitthebid.com. The Warlock, right? Thewarlock@hitthebid.com. Join me tonight. I won't be as pleasant. We'll be able to have a more candid conversation about things tonight. My friends from Trade Zero are coming. We'll talk about software. We'll talk about a firm just reversed. They just reported earnings getting smoked. And we'll talk about the NVIDIA trade now that was just not 100%, 200, but this was a 10,000% return now if you just went out and bought a little further out of the money, which I will teach you how to do that. Because when you trade options, you buy the at the money to get paid, and you buy the lotto play just in case. So the standard play today was the 170 calls near the open. And at the same time, if you bought the 177.50s, which was not officially lotto, but lotto-ish, they were under 60 cents. But if you really wanted to go lotto, it was really the 182.50s. You're buying the one that you're really not expecting the stock to get there. But if it gets close, you do all right. The 182.50s were 15 cents. You could have got them at 20, right? And they went to 120. So that's 600%. Usually you're not going to get lotto plays like a Ford where you can get them for a penny. But I got to tell you something. CRM turned out to be that trade. CRM, that one sat around all day and the options compressed and the options got really, really cheap. So if you were looking at the 172.50s or the 175s, how you doing? 175s, right? Then if you went one step beyond the 177.50s, right? We're sitting there at 11 cents. They're at 90. So when you put on the trades, normally I buy the stock. And what I try to do is I buy the stock because I want to be in and be nimble. What my faithful assistant will be doing is managing the at the money calls and the lotto plays. That is what I cannot do by myself. I cannot do it. I will not do it. I've tried. And while I'm trying to trade the stock, remember, I'm actually using two separate computers. So logistically, just my stupid hands, I can't move that quick. So I need a freaking capable damn assistant, because this is the day where, making whatever you made today wasn't enough. Everybody should be disappointed today. If you made $2,000, you should have made 20. You made 20 grand, you should have made 200,000. That's the kind of day it was today. Now, again, does that bode well for tomorrow? You know what? It doesn't. Because usually when Thursday is this awesome, Friday kind of sucks. Hopefully that doesn't happen. But you can expect it because you got most of the earnings are out. But what we're going to do is we'll watch who reported tonight. We'll go over those tomorrow. Because nobody needs to see my face. I don't even know why they need to see my face. I actually save my face for YouTube videos. So you got Dell. Are these really coming out today? Dell, Gap, VMware, Ulta, Workday, Marvell, Farfetch, Affirm. Oh, there's plenty. I'll tell you right now, Dan, one of these will reverse. I don't know which one it will be, but I'm sure one of them. So you got Dell, GPS, VMware, VMW, Ulta Beauty, Workday, and Affirm. Hell yeah. And look, I got to tell you, CRM, for lack of a better word, kind of sucked for most of the day. But then it came out of this crazy consolidation. They did the faux show bro under the VWAP, and boom, or Bob, or boom and Bob, your uncle, whatever that saying is. But the Nvidia trade, especially after even Nvidia went green when the market was still weak last quarter. Remember, it went green, or didn't it go? I don't remember what happened to Nvidia. It was fantastic. Whatever it was gapped down. It went up, right? Why didn't you expect? Now it's cheaper. Why didn't you expect it to happen again? You should have. But here's the thing, my friends: expectations and hope and faith, cool. If I'm sitting here telling you I knew Nvidia was going to go up, I'm not telling you any of that. I'm telling you, I waited to see. And in the pre-market on Nvidia, the buyers are already taking over the stock. There was nobody selling the stock. At 8 o'clock, it got over VWAP, and that was it. It tried, and it tried again to go down. If a stock doesn't want to die, it's a buy. So by the time 9 o'clock rolled around, it was already up 5 points off the low, 6 points, right? So it was really the retrace at 955 and then the breakout. It was really a new buy at 172 and change. So it wasn't like you were getting some wonderful price to buy it, but 172 and 35 cents was plenty good. Plenty good. CRM sucked for most of the morning, and then it finally got out of that range. Just patience, and then more patience. You know what helps patience? I went to sleep. I went to sleep at 12:33, woke up at 3:15 to see that my Tilray trade worked, my CRM trade worked, and my Nvidia trade worked. Chances are I would have got out of all of it if I was sitting here, but I went to sleep. I got 2 contracts left, or whatever, and look at what they did. These are 300-400% gains now. It's just awesome. It's awesome. All right, I got to get to those emails and start making sure we're all ready for tonight. Music starts at 6. Let's see what the opening act will be today. What's today's date? By the way, Rust Valley Restorers did do a season 4. So good. I like that guy. By Cole. What's today's date? August 25th. August 25th in Grateful Dead history. I'm thinking I might have been at one of these shows. Probably one of those. Let's see if I can find a show that I was at. Berkeley Community Center. Ooh, the Berkeley Community Center show. Ah, that's a good show. Might have to put that one on. Cold, Rain, and Snow, Black-Throated Wind, He's Gone, Beat It Down the Line, Loser, El Paso, Black Peeber. Jack Straw, Friend of the Devil, oh, yeah, we'll go here. Yeah, that's right. This is the one with their encore of Sugar Mags that was supposedly epic. 8/25/72, I was 1. So we'll go with that show. Unless there's a show from the 90s that I could find. I remember going to some cool shows at the end of the year. That will probably stick with this one. More importantly, the sleeper pick of the week has hit the MJ. Better off buying the stock, but Tilray, MJ, and we just need one more freaking day. So look, this time we got the 6s. Tomorrow the 650s. But Tilray, my friends, if Tilray is at 550 tomorrow, for some reason, if Tilray's at 550 tomorrow at the close, I should say, party my house Labor Day weekend. All inclusive. Free food, steak sandwiches for everybody. Dancing girls and dancing guys. Fireworks and all the guns you could shoot up in the air like the Taliban. Ever wonder where those bullets land? The next town over is always getting sprayed with bullets. Always shooting their fucking bullets up in the air. Stupid idiots. Next thing you know, the next town. There's a rainstorm of bullets. What is going on? I knew we disturbed. Anyway, y'all have a great night. And remember, trade earnings reversals or die. How about that? Get that on a t-shirt. Trade VWAP or perish. Learn to trade or be a delusional moron for the rest of your life. $179.40 freaking 9. Have a nice night. Make sure you email me. Party starts in a few hours. Freshen up, bitch. Let's go. Peace, kids.